your boys, Jersey Joe. I am back with you once again for another edition of The Brew. And one thing we've learned doing this show over the years, you guys love to talk about food. And hey, so do we. So put this question out on social media. How do you like your eggs? What's the best way to eat an egg? How do you cook them? How do you prepare them? You let us know. You guys actually did had lots of options on social media. So those of you watching live, tweet us right now and let us know what's the best way to eat an egg and how do you like it? So Joel, let's go to you first and answer the question. How the hell do you like your eggs?
First of all, I would like to say this. I like eggs as much as Joe does not like eggs. Eggs are super healthy for you. They're packed with protein. They're good with nutrients. They're filled with all kinds of shit you need to live. If I have to pick a preferred way to eat an egg, the absolute best way to do it is scrambled. You can make scrambled eggs. You can put them on anything, huevos rancheros. You can eat them with hot sauce. You can eat them with ketchup. You can eat them with spices. They go on everything. But eggs are so good. I like hard-boiled eggs. I like scrambled eggs, sunny side up, over easy. Any of those work. You could even make an omelet. That's probably pretty far down my list. And I would still eat that shit. So there's a lot of good options for this, but the absolute number one best way to do it is scrambled eggs.
Well, you kind of already called me out. I hate eggs. I can't eat eggs. I don't eat eggs. You can put them like in cake mix and stuff like that. But, you know, on like every time I go to eat breakfast around here and I want a breakfast sandwich, everybody puts a damn egg on it. Not everybody likes eggs. I hate them. Now, apparently, as a little kid,
Almost everybody likes eggs.
Yeah, exactly. I know I'm in the minority. I get that. I know it's like a cheap, breakfast or whatever. But you know what? There's very few restaurants that I can get like just sausage on a biscuit. And then lots of times when I go to a restaurant, order like, a breakfast sandwich, no egg. Open that thing up, wah, wah, there's an egg. It's like, oh, okay. Once again, not everybody likes eggs. But according to my grandmother, I guess when I was a little kid, she said I used to eat them scrambled with tons of ketchup on them. But yeah, she's like, once you got to like 3-4 years old, you stop. So maybe I guess that kind of makes me a freak.
Have you tried them since you were 3 and 4?
Yes, I actually have a couple of times. And I had a couple breakfast sandwiches, and I did have a few bites on it. And when you and I flew to Hawaii last year, we were on the airline, and they gave me a breakfast sandwich with an egg on it. And I did eat, I guess, maybe halfway through it. I'm like, nope, when I pulled the rest of it off. It's just that taste for after a while, I'm just like, freaks me out. I don't know. And it just, I always kind of get freaked out, too, that I'm like eating like unborn chickens.
Yeah, I know, but every time you're eating food, I mean, when you eat a fucking burger, you're eating a cow that someone just like shot and fucking chopped up really quick and like threw in a fucking grinder.
Yeah.
And put some bacon and a little bit of aioli sauce and like all kinds of shit on it. So you're really just eating dead animals anyway. It's actually kind of disgusting to think about if you start thinking about all the nasty shit we eat. So, that's just one more example of a farm animal that we're just like, it's not a dog. Fuck.
Yeah, but I mean, we are like primates at the grand scheme of things. We are at the top of the food chain. We think about, how like, a cat will rip apart a head off a squirrel and eat that too. Your dog will eat its own shit. It's just the food chain, man.
Good example.
That's what it is. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I went there. We're going to go now to your comments and bail me out of this really dicey situation. So what's the best way to eat an egg? Missy Crawford writes in and says, with your mouth. Oh, you knew someone was going to say it. Laura writes in and says, after it's been laid, but before it goes bad. Well, one would hope there. Cody United says, over easy. And Todd says, my favorite is fried, seasoned with Cajun seasoning, topped with melted taco cheese and ketchup on toast. Well, you know what Todd right there said with ketchup. I know Todd, he's from Western Pennsylvania, the area I grew up in. You know what? That's the Pittsburgh thing. Lots of ketchup on eggs. What about you, Joel? Can you put ketchup on eggs?
Yeah, I said that earlier in my scrambled egg answer. I think scrambled eggs go great with ketchup. I actually haven't had it the way that your boy just said it, but I would not mind trying it that way.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, from what I remember, maybe I should try that once again, just like douse it with like a gallon of, the Heinz ketchup. Maybe I could get through it. I don't know. That might be the key to get me back on the wagon.
You, Joe. They got a lot of protein. They got a lot of nutrients. It's not a bad thing. You might have to try that at least once.
Man, I do need to man up and give it a try. But let's give it a try. Some of more of your comments right now, because Matt Treat writes in and says, fried over hard, well, runny yolks make me nauseous. Oh, I hear that. And Courtney says, anyway, but raw. But one thing, don't a lot of athletes like do the whole protein shake thing where they dump like a bunch of raw eggs in a glass and just, knock them back?
Yeah, I've seen that a couple times. I think that was made popular by Rocky. There's actually a video of my friends and I doing that as a raw egg challenge from like almost 10 years ago now. It's on YouTube. But it's gross. It's disgusting and it's nasty, and like the texture of it will make you vomit.
Yeah, I can guarantee you that's one web show challenge you and I will not be doing unless you're doing it solo, because I know.
Good, man. I'm done on that one. I did that one already. Yeah. I don't have to do that shit again. I already know that you can barely get through regular good eggs that are prepared the correct way, so that's okay.
Yeah, it's an immediate fail for me on that one. More of your comments right now, because Jason Johnson writes in and says, poached hard. Okay, I got a question. So, what's the difference between poaching an egg soft and hard? Like, do you like, stroke it gently? Oh, you're a beautiful egg. I love you. Then when it's hard, you like take the meat cleaver and like beat the hell out of it. Like, what's the difference? Because it cooks the same at the end of the day in the bowl as long as you don't have any shells in it.
That's actually a good question for him. I didn't see that. I didn't see that answer, but I probably would have asked him that.
Because I've seen that on restaurant menus too. Eggs poached hard. Maybe that's a Pittsburgh thing too. And I'm like, well, okay. What is that? I mean, shake them up, beforehand. I mean, like, what do you do with them? But maybe we should Google that one too, or someone you watching live right now, hit us up and let us know.
Hey, the other thing I'm waiting for somebody to say deviled eggs, but that's probably the only way I really don't like them very much because the cream in the middle is kind of weird. I don't know. I know it's the yolk, but it's like it just doesn't taste right.
Yeah, the other thing I have a problem with them too is kind of like deviled eggs, and they're hard boiled. People like chop them up and put them like in macaroni potato salad, but you get like real big like chunks in there. So I'm like eating a potato salad, I'm like, oh, there it is. Or I'll get a bite with my mouth.
Yeah,
and, it's got that dirt taste to it that I really hate. And the cafeteria where I work sometimes actually serves a pizza, and they'll crack open eggs on that too. It's freaky looking, and I'm like, absolutely not. I cannot do that. Eggs on pizza, no.
That would have been weird. When I was in Hawaii, a week and a half ago. I put a poll out because they had a scrambled egg pizza, but I would have tried it, had the poll won, but the Twitter poll that I got, that didn't win. I won an avocado sandwich one, but it would have been interesting to try an egg pizza.
Back home in Western Pennsylvania too, there's a restaurant, Coney Island. It's a hot dog joint, but they also serve, it's a sundowner, and it's basically a cheeseburger with chili on it and then a raw egg. And people back home, though, swear by it being like a great hangover food, and that restaurant used to stay open late before the town was pretty much dead. But, after the bars, they'd go out and have a couple sundowners, and you know what? It would help like a hangover the next day, apparently.
Yeah, the protein in it. Probably something, insert WebMD comment here.
Nice, yeah. We got one more comment to get to right now because Craig writes in and says, and a toasted English muffin with ham and cheese. I know that sounds like McDonald's, but mine are better. Well, once again, I'm the guy that can't eat anything at McDonald's for breakfast except a sausage McMuffin because everything, or hotcakes, everything's got freaking eggs on it. And yeah, I have never had an Egg McMuffin.
Yeah, well, his version actually sounds good. I would try that one too.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a staple of breakfast. And you know what? Other restaurants have that too. Some of them with the big cracked eggs, runny eggs. But nope, unappetizing to me. But one thing is appetizing when you click that like and subscribe button down below. There's always lots of fun to be had right here on The Brew. And I'll kick it back, Jersey Joe and Online Gambling Jersey Joe on my Jersey Joe 50 web channel. Subscribe, you know where to find us right here each and every week. So you don't want to miss more fun that we have on here. And hey, you know what? Probably within another week or so, we'll be talking about food once again. It's either food or drink. You know what? That's great bar talk though, Joel, right?
It is. It makes good for our show, considering those are the things we enjoy. And we'll also be all over the world for the next month. So that's going to be interesting, too.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So follow our adventures, Jersey Joe 50, iNice 4091, because there's lots more videos to come. Definitely be recording a couple web shows as we're overseas as well. So, hey, we'll look forward to seeing you each and every time. Jersey Joe here, Eye on the Box, saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.